The last time I listened to Iggy Azalea, she was on Sway in the Morning doing something.
Fly shit when we drop in and we shut down your party, man. His and
John in Tennessee, go ahead. What you want to say?
That shit is fucking trash.
But the video I just watched caping for Iggy was absolutely unacceptable.
Iggy is an artist, more so visual, directs most of her videos, and really puts an emphasis on her art.
This guy was trying to make it out like she was this true artist in the truest form, and she had such artistic integrity. The guy gave this breakdown of how she has so much to say and how she's been oppressed and misunderstood. But when he points to artistic symbols, listen to what he says.
The airplane symbolizes her establishment. They're spray painting it and distorting her success because that's what people do to her. Iggy is really visual, and the idea is just pure artistry. No one can convince me different.
Notice how all of Iggy's so-called artistry takes place in the music video and not in the actual music? That's because her pen game is weak. She relies on visual storytelling to make up for her generic songwriting. On top of that, when I looked deeper into her music, I found like 20 writing credits on one of her more emotional songs. So as a team, they couldn't even write a compelling story. And again, I have no issues with bubblegum rap, but let's call it what it is: twerk music, club music, ratchet shit. Don't gas it up to be some artisanal fine wine when it's really a Four Loko. My main issue with Iggy Azalea is not the fact that she's unoriginal, it's not the repetitive generic lyrics, it's that she's a total diva with thin skin. The first 1 to 3 years as a popping artist are brutal. Expect to be attacked from all angles, right? They dragged Drake for years. They called him a thumb, a shower crier, a simp. Britney Spears went nuts and shaved her head. Lady Gaga, Miley Cyrus, they all got dragged too. It's just the nature of the business. But Iggy has a history of backing down from confrontation and going to social media to rant about it afterwards. And that's basically like swimming with an open cut in shark-infested waters. Now, I do not like the race card as a reason to hate on Iggy Azalea, because I think it's lazy. There's so many other things we can point to. I do think her quote-unquote black scent is completely fine to critique. People can tell when you're overcompensating or hyper-performing. It's the gimmicky audio experience that we're pointing out, not the color of her skin. It's the fact that her act is not convincing enough, and we're almost offended that she thinks our ears wouldn't notice. I mean, look at Yellow Wolf in contrast. He's white, he's got a black accent, but you can tell he's not forcing a linguistic routine to accomplish that sound. Now, this is the most I've ever read up on Iggy Azalea, and to be honest, I'm kind of regretting it. So let me get to her new song and then we'll all get out of here. But first, I'm gonna shoot her some bail. Iggy Azalea is a go-getter and she succeeded. She was born on the other side of the continent and dropped out of high school at 16 to move to Miami and pursue music. That's dope, good for her. And according to her, it's in the South where she developed her rapping voice as a result of her closeness to hip-hop music and culture in the South. But this made me wonder. She spent 6 years being close to rap and learning the ropes, yet she never learned the most fundamental part of being a rapper: standing up for yourself and taking pride in your bars. I mean, look at Lil' Kim, Remy Ma, Nicki Minaj, MC Lyte. How far back do you want to go? These female rappers got busy on the mic. It wasn't on Twitter that they responded, it was on tracks. And this brings us to Sally Walker. Unfortunately, I had to sit through the entirety of this mind-numbingly dull experience that is Iggy's brand new song, because according to some factions on the internet, this was her big comeback. She was clapping back at all the haters, responding to criticism. So I clicked play.
Lil Sally Walker walking down the street.
That sounds exactly like Little Jack and Jill sitting in a tree. Kissing. Like, what are we, 8 years old? Dog, what is this? Anyways, the monotony speaks for itself. The best part of this music video is when the song stops and a drag queen runs over the Catch Me Outside girl. Apparently they're beefing, which that's hilarious factoid on itself. While Danielle Bregoli is laying on the road in a pool of blood, the person in drag who hit her says,
"At least red is her color,"
and speeds off. Then the song resumes and it's just a bunch of non sequiturs and vague flexes. So again, when the best jab in your song is not actually in your song, but in a skit delivered by a drag queen, I'd say, we're not bullying you, we're just confirming that your music is no bueno. And I'll leave it there. Normally, I would conclude with a prediction, but I honestly don't care. Listen, she's rich, she's got a fan base, and she has just as much the lottery chance at landing a top 10 single as any other person doing exactly what she's doing. Blueface had a top 10 single, for God's sake. It's not rocket science, so good luck to her.